Yo, what's poppin'? Oh shit, I forgot to turn on this light. I look very dark now. Hold on. Boop. There we go. Now I look a little bit better. What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Moonberry? Who's Moonberry? Oh, is
That's
that
me.
you? Ah, that's a
Yep.
very good name.
Thanks.
How's everybody doing this evening? I will let you answer that. Yeah, hi. Also, I really like this shirt. It's got like this cool shoulder thing going on, and I really like it. Yeah, it's very good. Anyways, speedrun! The thing that we are here to do. Nope. Okay. I have to clean up all my shit.
Switch to my laptop.
Okay. Ban this instant. You cannot ban me, for
I'll
I
be
am
right
the
back,
one
sorry.
who bans. Okay. And go. TOS shoulder percent, true. Okay. Trying to do voice properly. It'll fade in and out over the course of the stream, but that's just how it's gonna be. Yeah. Alright, off to a rip-roaring start. Going mega fast. How you feeling tonight? I'm feeling very good. Thank you for asking. It's been like a nice day out today, so I went on a walk and played Pokemon Go, and I had a good time. Woo. Feeling slightly parched? Well then get yourself some ding-dang consumable liquids. It's probably a good idea. Ah, fuck. There we go. Ew, walking? Walking is awesome. Also, hi Eric Menes. Or Menes? Eric Menes? Hello, how are you doing? The shoulders are out. You gotta go to the office now? Yeah, I do have to go to the office. I have been dress coded. The first sin that we did was that we were doing the bathtub stream. Vibecat is currently committing bathtub sins. And I don't know what to do about that. Actually, I think I'm gonna move Vibecat real fast. Vibecat can vibe up here. Here we go. Okay. Hold on. Can I, like, flip these? Transform. Flip horizontal? Yeah! Vibecat. There we go. Alright, Vibecat's now vibing over there. That means I got all this space. Any liquid is consumable if you're brave enough. Well! I don't agree with that per se. Janie's committing shoulders. Yeah, so the first sin was that Vibecat is doing the bathtub stream, which, as we all know, is the sin of all criminals. And second is that my shoulders are revealing. I'm gonna go to the principal's office, and they're gonna call me probably like a slut or something. And you know what? They're not too far off.
It's an accurate term.
I mean, I've described myself as a slut for the muted trumpet, so I guess in some respects it's accurate. I love me a good muted trumpet, because the muted trumpet is very happy to be there always. Shit. Oh my god, I went uppy.
Yeah, I get called a slut, but I am one, so it's a fair description.
What do you get called it for?
Being a slut.
Fair enough. I am a slut for YouTube attention. That's what we can say about me.
I'm a slut for being correctly gendered.
True.
Beauty. Buffering.
Oh fuck, oh fuck.
Ooh.
Zooming. Oh. Okay. I'm a blank for crime.
Hey, crime. Crime is fun.
Depends on the crime. Some crime is not fun, but other crime is.
What do you consider a fun crime?
I mean, if I were a more sexually inclined person, I would think that, breaking the law to do illegal, sex work, I think that that would be a fun crime. But
That's true.
I am not that kind of person, so I personally would not find it fun. The
I
blank
still
is for
don't
wholesome
understand why
human.
sex work is illegal in the first place.
Yeah. You described yourself as a what to who? If I get called a slut, I'm gonna need evidence. Continuous is not because this harmful liquids. That's true. So muted trumpets, right? It's like a trumpet goes. Burr, 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 burr. You can put like a little thing in the bell that makes it muted, and it sounds like a little more sharp. And I like a good muted trumpet solo. Like it feels good in my brain. Yes, Potato, you are correct. But we all know that Kenster is a big ol' simp. Undeniable. This is partially an inside joke amongst a bunch of high school friends, but Kenster is a simp. And she is fully willing to admit this. Like, I'm not calling her out for anything. Like, hi, hon, how are you? Like, I'm not calling her out. She fully admits this. Fuck.
Or if I'm not talking much, I'm just kind of admiring how fast you can go.
What was that? Boing boing. No! Okay, we're fine.
Wait, is my mic not working?
No, it is working.
It is working? Okay, sorry. Sometimes it just doesn't let me speak for some reason.
Yeah, it working. I can hears you.
That's unfortunate.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
Alright, hey, most of my jokes are just me hating myself, so it's fine.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't mean it though.
Oh, fuck.
I don't
When you, I know you don't mean it, but thing is, when you do that a lot, it can actually sort of negatively impact your mental health. Because if you're always making self-deprecating jokes, that sort of reinforces negative personal opinions. I'm not saying you can't make them. It's perfectly legitimate. And having an aptitude and ability for self-reflection is important. But constantly negative self-reflection, that's not good for your brain.
Therapy. I quit therapy recently. I should probably not have done that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own needs, right? Eventually, if you feel you need to go again, you can probably find a different therapist and give it another go.
Yeah, I don't know. It was difficult because like every time I had therapy, like that whole day, I would have like stomach aches and headaches and like be anxious about it, and I was just like, this is not good for me.
Yeah, I got you.
But now, none of that. Speedy time. No more serious introspection. No more.
I got you. Oh, what the Oh, I hit the spring and then immediately dashed by accident. Oopsie.
R.I.P.
Riv.
I don't understand YouTube. I literally switched it so that it would be on like 480 so that it would stop buffering, and it's still buffering, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe my Wi-Fi is just
Yeah, like I said, that doesn't mean no self-deprecating jokes. Just the like all the time is not necessarily good for brains.
You're not allowed to either, Potato. Stop it.
Fuck off! No bad for you.
No one allowed to make those jokes except me.
It's like the meme that everybody sees on Reddit, or it's like on trans Reddit specifically. It's like the meme that all trans women are very pretty and cool and awesome except me.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke is that yeah, that's how everybody views themselves.
Yeah, I follow like you and like 3 other like trans streamers and stuff, and all of you guys, I'm just like, wow, you guys are so pretty and your voices are so good. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, what a trash little loser.
Well, that's the thing, right? All of us YouTubers and streamers, whenever we're on camera, we're like specifically trying to look a particular way. In my day-to-day, I don't normally look this nice.
Yeah,
I've
seen more casual pictures of you, and I still think you look good though. I'm
trying to look more, or trying to put more effort into my appearance on like a day-to-day basis, just because I never really did for my entire life, and taking the effort to like feel that I or to have confidence in my appearance and confidence in my I can't think of the term. In my self-portrayal.
Whoa, that was a far jump. Jesus.
Yeah, it's just a nice thing for me. All right, can we demo dash? Can we do it?
Yes.
Yeah, first try, baby!
Congrats. That was pog.
Ah.
Do you get any berries in your run?
I get 1 usually.
Oh yeah, I remember saying that.
Because it's just kind of in the way. Damn it!
And now I see what people are talking about with like delays when watching me stream and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I'm like hearing you be like, oh, I got it first try, then 5 seconds later I see you do it, or you're like, damn it, and then like 5 seconds later I see you die.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't die. I did die there. Okay. I don't know why this particular room is just fucking with me today.
I think it's
Fuck!
because you got the demo dash first try.
I'm misjudging this jump so badly. I don't know why.
Yeah, but you got the demo dash first try, so this is like karma for being good.
That is true. That is how it works.
Karma's a bitch, and so am I. Yeah, what's after speedrun?
It's a game called Far From Noise, where you are in a car that's dangling off a cliff. And the whole game is talking to someone. A deer, specifically, I'm pretty sure. I don't know a whole lot of particulars, because I didn't want to spoil myself on the experience. But that's what I know. And it's a very pretty game, too. I know that it's like a very atmospheric, very, very meditative, and very, very, very nice, pretty game.
Yeah, I like games like that. Like I told you I was planning on streaming. I was going to stream Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm playing it right now, like as I watch you. And this game is just exactly that. Like it's just a pretty atmospheric game. You can just sit and like enjoy like the wind sounds and the birds and everything. It's so nice. It's so peaceful, and you can literally meditate too. It's like it's nice. Like one stream game. One stream, one shot.
This is really nice to listen to while coding. Oh, nice. There's no impotent you can put to stop in my dark goals. We're playing Far From Noise after speedrun. Doing good, drawing on my iPad, trying to make new profile picture. I recommend a game called How We Know We're Alive, very short, like one stream. We might be able to do Far From Noise in one stream, or at least all of it. I'm planning on only having one episode, but we'll see what happens. Might get some good stuff out of it. We will see. But we do need a game to play next week, and I don't know what it is yet. I'm thinking Firewatch. So we'll see. Fuck. Oh my god. Yep, so I'm thinking Firewatch. I'm also considering Pyre. Because Pyre is on the was on the Racial Justice Equality Pack. And that game is made by Supergiant, which made Hades and Transistor, and I like both of those games. Fuck, god damn it. So we'll see if that's something that we want to do. Might put it out in a poll on the Discord server. Someone say Pyre? Yeah, I was talking about maybe playing Pyre. We will see. I will do some looking into. We might do Firewatch and then Pyre. I don't know. I'm in the mood for like a good sort of relaxed and contemplative adventure game like Firewatch. I haven't played it myself, and it's been a long time since I have seen anything about it. So I do not believe that I will encounter many spoils, or that I will remember much spoils. But I just kind of want a contemplative adventure game.
Contemplative. I
have also been thinking about a game that I really want to play, and it's The Final Station. It's a game where you are a train conductor, and it's like the zombie apocalypse or something. Like there's sort of zombie-ish things, and your goal is to make sure that all your passengers get to where they want to go, and you just keep going until the final station. And I remember seeing Jacksepticeye play it many, many years ago, and I remember it being real good. So I am considering the final station.
Burger with a cute face? That'd be good for the burger representative.
That would be good for the burger representative. We should make a profile picture for the burger representative.
We should. Because right now it's just like a kind of.
It's just like a clip art burger.
Yeah, it's just like a cartoon burger, but it's like very kind of. I guess I don't want to say bland. That sounds harsh, but it is just kind of like.
I feel like if you're gonna be the burger representative, you need to have a more stylized burger.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't just have like the most like default looking burger, you know.
Fuck. We are okay.
I want to draw me someday. That'd be cool. I just hate drawing. I mean, I love drawing, but I hate looking at what I've drawn.
I was going through my old my camera roll from like the last 5 years, and I found a couple drawings that I did. Some of which I'm proud of, a lot of which I'm not, because I'm not the best artist because I do not practice, and I do not commit myself to something like that for whatever reason. Just it's not something that I've been able to stick with. Yeah. The burger representative? It's the burger representative in the Discord server. They're literally just a person called the burger representative. We're like, yo, what's up? And they were like, I am the burger representative.
They are the burger representative. Simply and truly.
Simply truly the burger representative. That's it.
Yes. That is all they are. They are both nothing and everything. A burger and not.
Both burger, half representative, all burger representative.
Half burger, half nothing.
You can draw you today. Kenster in chat says you can draw you today. I hate what I draw just sometimes as well. Everyone else thinks it's great though. I am the potato representative. Yeah, yeah, hold on. Never mind. I was gonna call Kenster out for having amazing art. Actually, if you look at the corner of the screen, there's a little character. Kenster drew that, and I stole it. I probably should pay them, but I haven't. Don't call me out, please. Hey, I will say you do incredible stuff, and I appreciate having you as a friend because you're extremely talented, very smart, very strong person, both physically and emotionally. I really appreciate having you as a friend. Don't pay me unless it's chocolate, because then the money's getting spent on figurines.
Ooh, wow. I just got big boyed.
How so?
Well, like I said, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and there are like big brute characters in it that have like they don't get stunned by your hits, so they can just hit you while you're hitting them.
Oh.
And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty, in where I get one-shotted by pretty much everything, and if I don't get one-shotted, it's a two-shot. And big boys definitely one-shot you. So I'm like sitting there doing my like big long fast combo, and he just hits me right through it, and I die.
Yeah. I played Hyper Light Drifter on New Game Plus, and whoo boy, That shit is rough.
See, I'm not even on New Game Plus. I'm on just like a straight up new game, so I have none of my upgrades, none of my gear, none of my abilities.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Are you talking
Because,
about Ghost of Tsushima still or Hyper Light Drifter?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about. I have no idea what the game you're talking about even is.
It's a Zelda-like game. Shit. Where you go around the world and you fight baddies and basically just kind of explore around and do shit for a while. It's great. It's got amazing music. The music's done by Disaster Piece, and it is, I personally think, Disaster Piece's best stuff. Like, it's so good. Like, it's unbelievable how good it is.
Confession time, I've never played Zelda.
That's fair. A lot of the Zelda games, I wouldn't say are overhyped. I just would say that there's a lot of Zelda is its amazing charm and its very good polish. Like, all Zelda games are well made and they're all very fun. But in terms of like overall game design, they haven't really evolved much. There's been like mechanic differences and a bunch of cool stuff. Which is why when Breath of the Wild came out, everybody was like, holy shit, this takes the aesthetic and feeling that you get in a Zelda game and just completely upends like all of the weird tropes that we had associated with the video game. Like, it's, oh my god, Breath of the Wild is like so good. Like, it's unbelievable how good it is. And I'm very excited for Breath of the Wild too, because it's very good. It looks like it's gonna be awesome. It's like one of those, my rule generally is if there's a game coming out, I will wait a couple weeks for reviews to come in before I buy it. I think I'm gonna break that rule with Breath of the Wild, because, or with Breath of the Wild 2, because like,
yeah, I have a bad habit of like committing to a game before it comes out. Like I pre-order games and stuff a lot if I'm pretty sure they're gonna be good, but I've definitely had to like learn to not do that. But there are a few games that I still am just like, I have so much confidence that this game is going to be good that I like go ahead and pre-order them anyway.
Yeah, I will never pre-order video games. Like, I understand why game companies want that to happen, because it can be like, it provides a little bit of extra funding for the game before it's out. And I understand that. Like, that can make complete sense to me. But I will never pre-order a game. I don't think that they actually get the money for it until the game launches. It probably depends on the company.
I don't know, because you can cancel pre-orders though. Like pretty much every pre-order you make, you can cancel. So I would assume that they probably don't get that money.
It may also be a method of assessing demand. I mean, that's probably for sure what it is then.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are probably like a million billion reasons for pre-orders, but I just can't in good conscience pre-order games.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Yeah, like for me, like Ghost of Tsushima was a definite pre-order, and I'm like
yeah, Ghost of
again,
Tsushima.
like,
I hear it was like real good.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I can confidently say it is my favorite video game.
That's high
like,
praise.
I know that may not, like, I know a lot of people like shit on people for having like a AAA title as like their favorite game, because they're like, oh, that's not unique, but like this game's.
I don't feel that way at all. There are just like certain games that I would feel kind of weird if somebody called it their favorite game, like a Star Wars game, for example. I would be really suspicious if someone said a Star Wars game is their favorite game. But from what I've heard about Ghost of Tsushima,
on the game, the Star Wars game.
But for something like Ghost of Tsushima, I hear that it's like a really well-made, artistic game that has things to say, and it explores themes and emotions, and it's just fun to play also. So that would make sense. I haven't played it, but from what I know about it, it seems like it's like I would not be weirded out by anybody calling it their favorite. Yeah, the people who say that you can't have AAA favorites because AAA bad. No, AAA not bad. What bad is exploitative practices, which AAA companies do significantly more. But that does not exclude all. God, I have this timing completely off. Okay. Or just great games that probably. Let's see.
Chocolate games are probably never.
Breath of the Wild is definitely the original, but 3D and amazing. Yeah, I think Breath of the Wild is impressive due to having kind of bad weapon and armor mechanics. Yeah, and too many repeat or repeat-ish dungeons, yet still being super crazy good. Yeah. Okay. I have a nuanced opinion here. I like the weapon degradation system in Breath of the Wild. I do not like it in every other game that was inspired by Breath of the Wild that did that. For example, shit, I know there was an example recently. It was like another Nintendo game that did this. Yeah, basically, for Zelda, right? For Breath of the Wild, for me, there's just something. Yeah, AAA not bad, bad AAA awful good. I like that. That's good. But for me, Breath of the Wild, there's something special about a Lizalfos, like in the middle of the Gerudo Desert while you're trying to go find the Great Fairy or whatever. A Lizalfos just kind of like going shoo, 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 and jumping out of the sand at you. And then you beat the shit out of it, and its gear just drops. And maybe like your sword or whatever broke on it, and it's like, oh shit, I'll just pick up this boomerang blade. Like, there's just something special about that to me. And I think Breath of the Wild, thematically and just generally, I liked it. I really, really liked it. I can't imagine, like, the idea of a Breath of the Wild where your weapons don't break sounds terrible to me, in retrospect. I actually didn't like the weapons degrading because then I rarely ever used really good weapons. That is a definite drawback, and I fully understand that. That's where I was gonna go with it. I was gonna say,
if there's a way to like repair them or something, I think that would be good.
So there are
I don't know if there is. I've never played it.
So okay, there are a couple like legendary weapons and stuff, like the Hylian shield, the Master Sword. The Master Sword breaks but comes back, and the Hylian shield breaks, and you can get materials and money to make replacements. But you can't repair it. It's just things break eventually, and I think that adds like a value to weapons that other games of its nature don't have, and I personally like it. Like I just like that. And I understand the repeatish dungeons. I get that. Stuff like the great mazes, like all over the corners of the map. I think that those are extremely good. So I can repair my stick, absolutely. I'm fine with the weapon degradation, but there's like flat values with the combat system that I wish worked differently. You might have to go in depth on that. Hi, Gizzard! You might have to go in depth on that because I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. But if you're talking about like the weird way that shields work, then yeah, I agree. It should have been more explicit. Because shields work in a really, really weird way. Ow. Oh boy. Whew.
I think a really good weapon system like that is Dying Light, because in Dying Light you can all of your weapons have like a certain durability level, and as you use them more, they get more and more damaged. Now, once you get to like pretty much the end of the weapon's lifespan, the weapon the weapon starts to do like essentially no damage. Like once it's damn near broken, it does no more. It does like no damage anymore. That's as a way of letting you know, hey, your weapon is almost broken if you weren't already keeping an eye on that. And then if you keep using it, it will straight up break. But you can repair your weapons. You can repair your weapons, so once they get low, you can repair them. However, in that game, there actually is a limited amount of times you can repair a weapon, and like higher rarity weapons have more repair slots. I really like that system. I think it's really well developed.
I should also say, when I come at something like this, I personally, and this might be a bit of a hot take, but I personally appreciate game design when developers deliberately make creative decisions that kind of have a little bit of fuck you energy to them. And not like a lot, but something like the Breath of the Wild weapon degradation system. There's just something that I really appreciate about the fact that if I use my good weapon a lot, it's fucking broken. Like, it's just gone.
Sorry, you going up that wall was like really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's called neutral jumping. It's when you jump off a wall while not putting in a direction, and then immediately putting in the direction back towards the wall. And so doing that, you don't lose any stamina, because you don't do any actual normal wall kicks. But I appreciate stuff like that. Whereas, like, you used your good weapon and it broke? Fuck you, asshole. You used your good weapon. Don't do that. Use your bad weapons, and then when you need the good weapons, then you can use them. Like, fuck you. Get good. I kind of appreciate intentional design elements like that. Like, I personally think I would...
I think weapon degradation in general is a good concept overall for games. It just, sometimes it does fuck you over a little too much depending on the game.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I like games when they're inherently have like when they have a couple design decisions that are inherently made to make the game a little more difficult. Because there's something thrilling to me about you going into a situation with like a pretty good sword, right? In Breath of the Wild, you go into like a combat situation with a pretty good sword, and midway through the fight, it fucking breaks. So you have a couple options. At this point, you've probably defeated a couple enemies, and they might have weapons that you've picked up or could go pick up real fast. You might have other weapons that are on you that may dispatch things quicker, but they may not be as good as your new one, may not be as good as your old one. You may have a couple different of the same type of weapons stocked up, but they may be enchanted. They may have like specific sort of like qualities about them that you may want to save for later. Or maybe you just have no other choice and you need to start like resorting to using like fucking bombs and stasis and whatever, which is extremely unlikely to happen, but it's a thing that can. Another interesting thing that the degradation system does, if you're playing smartly, you use all your bad weapons, meaning you get good at playing the game, because you deliberately say, I want to keep my good weapons for later. So you use all your shit weapons and get good at the game playing with shit weapons. Then, here's the coolest part, right? After playing the game for, I don't know, most of the time that you'll probably be playing the game, you've collected just an inventory of amazing weapons. And that you just have them now. Like, I really appreciate, like, it's just, I can see in my brain how, like, that just elevates the game for me. I can see how it wouldn't elevate the game for other people, but in my mind, it just made the game more fun.
I definitely feel that way with Dying Light. Dying Light is like one of the only games I enjoy that has a weapon degradation system in it. Because in that game, like you said, like I'll use like really shitty weapons like most of the time. And like obviously as you get stronger and stuff in the game, you find stronger weapons just more often on average. Even like the shitty weapons that you find are a lot stronger than the shitty weapons in the beginning of the game. but they're still like really bad in comparison to your legendary stuff. Like I'll have a weapon, like a legendary weapon that does like 1300 damage per hit, and then I pick up a weapon that does like 300 instead, and it's just like really weak in comparison. But I don't want to waste my super strong one, so I'll wait till I get in like a boss fight to use my super strong weapon.
Yeah.
And then in the meantime, for like the little shit, I'll just use like the really shitty weapons. And so it has both a good and bad effect in my opinion, because I don't end up using my strong weapons a lot of the time because I'm saving them for very specific purposes. And like when I got to when I beat the game and I was like done with everything, I had like 10 legendary weapons in my inventory I hadn't used ever, and like 3 that I barely used. Whereas I had like a bunch of little shitty weapons that were like damn near broken because I used them all the time. And like I just wish that there was like a better way to know when you can and can't use certain things, because like someone mentioned Skyrim, like you'll like the potions in Skyrim. I you know, you beat Alduin at the end of Skyrim and you have like 100 potions in your inventory that you waited to like use because you wanted to wait for the big bosses or whatever, and like you never end up actually like using them. So for me, my problem is just like not knowing when to use the good stuff.
Yeah, and that's definitely something that I think is just inherent to the system. And there's not, at least not that I'm aware of, any good way of like addressing that, other than maybe incentivizing through some sort of way, like more, either through more challenging things, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I just think Breath of the Wild makes a lot of really, really, really good design decisions, and I don't know. I think that the weapon degradation system in Breath of the Wild is uniquely fitting for Breath of the Wild and doesn't really work anywhere else. Or at least what was there was like another Nintendo game that had like breakable items in a similar way that Breath of the Wild did. Yeah, and the Master Sword! The Master Sword in Breath of the Wild is brilliant, because it's a good weapon that makes you less afraid to use your other stuff, because you just have the Master Sword forever. Like, yeah, I fully agree with that. I completely forgot about that. Because it's like...
So does the Master Sword not break?
It does, but doesn't. So, the Master Sword, when you use it a whole bunch, it breaks, but after like 5 minutes, it just recharges and comes back. So essentially, you have a forever Master Sword.
Yeah, that's like,
but you have to put
a huge safety net.
But you have to put work into getting the Master Sword. You have to have like 12 or 13 hearts before you can actually get it. So you have to go around doing a whole bunch of shrines and explore the world, do side quests, and it's just it's so good.
It's like it comes back kind of thing rather than just it doesn't break. Because in a game with like weapon degradation, if like the best weapon in the game has this special like I can't break kind of thing, that would really suck. So I'm glad that it like can break but recharges when it comes back. Because otherwise it would just be like too strong.
Let's see. Okay. Let's be here. The dungeons flopped and can barely classified as dungeons. So I disagree. The shrines are dungeon E, but they are definitely not like full dungeons. Stuff like the mazes are Stuff like the mazes are definitely dungeons. Jesus. Stuff like the entire Great Plateau is sort of its own big dungeon. The Hyrule Castle is just a dungeon. It's just a dungeon, and it's incredible. So yeah, it's I like the shrines. I think that they brought a lot of cool stuff. I don't think I'm interested to see what they'll do in the next game. But I think that the shrines were an interesting switch on the formula. The Joseph Anderson video did a lot on it, I think. Basically, damage dealt is equal to your weapon's damage, armor of the target, which doesn't really work with scaling. Weapon Deckers and Monster Hunter World works pretty well, and it's pretty enjoyable, actually. That's the worst part of Breath of the Wild, because not having fun isn't fun. That's the thing, though! I classify... Okay, I think that's fun. When the developers throw a deliberately difficult challenge, something that's supposed to be kind of weird, kind of awkward, kind of like a little bit difficult, I think that adds an element of fun to it. Because now you have to think of ways to come around that challenge. How are you going to deal with this thing? How are you going to deal with this thing? How are you going to address this? And Breath of the Wild gives you infinity options. Like, I've seen stuff where people, using magnesis, build literal catapults, put a bomb on one end, use magnesis to, like, launch them and detonate the bomb. Because it's... Oh, the Divine Beast, too. But, like... Oh, it's so good! It's so good, it's so good, 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 good. It's so good. Yeah, as someone who's admittedly never played a Zelda game, giving you a reason to sometimes use bad weapons instead of... giving you a reason to sometimes use bad weapons instead of them just being obsolete seems like a brilliant idea. Exactly! Like, everything feels useful. Everything feels useful. Your shields, because... your shields can break. Your weapons can break. The only things that are constant are your runes and your armor. That shit doesn't go away. And I think it's so good. It's a great game design.
That really reminds me of the stance system in Ghost of Tsushima, because you only have one weapon. You have one sword and you can upgrade that sword, but it never breaks or anything like that. But you do have different stances that are effective against different kinds of enemies, and like they're significantly more effective against those kinds of enemies than the other ones. So you really have to like be good at switching, and you have to kind of learn how to use every stance as good as the other ones. And
exactly.
In a fight, you're literally going to be switching probably like 10 times if it's a well-mixed group of enemies, because you have to. And I really like that. Like you could just brute force it all with one stance if you wanted to, but it's going to make it significantly harder against the wrong kind of enemy.
So, Potato, when you say instead of encouraging you to use bad weapons, it encourages just running away, in my playthroughs, plural, I've done 3, of Breath of the Wild, it never did that. If I ran into an encounter and I just had like a traveler's sword that had like a damage value of 8 or whatever, and I had like maybe like a shitty shield, my response isn't, oh man, this is an encounter that I'm not ready for. My response is, alright, is there an element of surprise I can get in here? Can I sneak my way in to get a sneak attack on somebody? Can I jump down on some of them and maybe get into a strategic position? I can climb literally every wall in the game. I might as well climb over them and see if I can get around them and fight them. Or I can go for an enemy that I know has less health than the others, deliberately target it and take its weapon before mine breaks. That way I have a weapon that I can use to fight the rest of the enemies. Like, that's what Breath of the Wild encouraged in me at the very least. I think good weapons in Breath of the Wild, same way I treat potions in Skyrim. Yeah, I get that. That can definitely happen. I think New Vegas did it well too. The Master Sword made me less afraid to use my fancy weapons on harder enemies. Yeah, because I just have a Master Sword now. Breath of the Wild did a lot of things right, like open world puzzles in like some game. Yeah. The way the Master Sword just breaks the rules of durability is super cool. Yeah. That and Trials make it a flat-out weapon. I don't have the DLC. Oh, it's far from best weapon damage-wise. Yeah. But it's a good, reliable weapon. Hyrule Castle's the only dungeon. You're an odd gamer, to say the least. I don't think I'm an odd gamer. I think I don't know. I just appreciate weird artistic values. If it's not obvious, I watch H-Bomber Guy. I really appreciate a lot of H-Bomber Guy's like opinions on stuff. Yeah. Like, cause I part of the reason I like H-Bomber Guy is because it's not like a surface level thing with him. It's not like it's usually with him, it's like, oh, this, like, take for example his defense of Dark Souls 2. I haven't played Dark Souls 2, but I have friends who have played Dark Souls 2 and don't like it. And I've heard people complain about the way that Dark Souls is kind of like a weirdly structured game. But then when after hearing H Bomber Guy talk about it, it's like, no, they're completely missing the point. People who talk about this, or people who make this criticism, they're not engaging with the game at all. There's like a quote from his Fallout New Vegas video, where he's talking about traps, because in Fallout New Vegas, apparently there are just like booby traps that are everywhere, and you have to be like good at spotting them. There's like a treasure that's like hidden behind a wall, and it's deliberately structured so that, oh, you open the thing, you go get the treasure, but right before you open it, like your game freezes, and then it says that you've taken like 1 billion damage, and the way that he described it was, you can hear the developers laughing at you. You fucked up. You walked into an obviously trapped place without checking for traps. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing? You need to check for traps. And I don't know, I just appreciate artistic decisions like that, where they say, all right, get good at my video game. Like, now I can understand if see, here's the thing, it is fair, because the traps were obviously laid out, but the point is that you get so excited about the treasure in front of you that you don't notice the extremely obvious traps. Like, that's a like a back and forth between the developers and the player. And it is definitely something that if I were to make a video game, I would include some stuff like that. Actions that the developers take to deliberately the game just freezes. It doesn't freeze because it's mad at you. It freezes because you get an achievement for breaking every bone in your body. Or you get a perk for breaking every bone in your body or something like that. That sounds like a bug. It's not like it freezes and it crashes. It freezes because it gives you a message saying you've broken. You get a specific thing that you get for breaking every bone in your body. I don't know. A permanent perk? Incredible. What does it actually do? Because I know I haven't played it and I really should.
I don't want to play New Vegas just because of how much pressure I feel like a lot of like other trans people put on trans people to play it, because for some reason it's like this huge game with a lot of trans people, and someone telling me that like I'm not a real trans person until I've played it, and that really hurt me, so I just kind of refused to play it.
Yeah, that's fair. Whoever said that's a piece of shit.
Yeah, a lot of it was really annoying too, because like it was like this post in a group I was in, and like everyone was saying that, and I was like, I've never played it, and I was like, as a joke, I was like, I've never played it, am I still allowed to be trans? And everyone like shat on me and was like, no, go fuck yourself, and I was like, okay, never.
Yeah, that's some shitty gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Oh my god, like that's legitimately terrible. And I'm sorry that
a
potential experience was ruined for you.
Yeah, I don't know why. No, that's another thing. I asked people why New Vegas was such a trans thing. No one explained it. Like they were like it just is. It's part of the trans experience, and I'm like, that doesn't answer anything.
Most trans people don't know what the fuck New Vegas is. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, these people who you're talking about.
Yeah, see, that's the thing though. I've seen it multiple times. Like I saw it in that group for the first time ever, and I was really confused. But since then, I've seen like posts like that like 5 or 6 more times. So it's definitely a thing. I just don't know why or where it came from. It's definitely strange.
Yeah, I knew that like a lot of trans people like Fallout New Vegas. Like that's a thing that I know, but I haven't played it, so I don't know why.
I'm not sure either. I mean, I know Fallout New Vegas in general is just a really popular game, even among like non-trans people. But maybe it has like some kinds of trans-friendly features or something. I'm not sure.
Oh shit, I'm doing ass now. I forgot about that.
I'm sorry, that was me.
Damn it. Damn it.
I don't know. I played, oh, fuck me. I wasn't paying attention, and my cutscene ended, and I got wrecked.
Oops.
I don't know. I played Fallout 3. I don't understand the hype around that game.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the story was interesting, but for me, it's one of those games where the gameplay is like, normally I can look past some bad gameplay stuff because of a good story, but with this game, it's just like, I couldn't get past how bad the gameplay was, in my opinion. And then I played Fallout 4, and it was just kind of okay, I guess, at the most.
Well,
like,
because Fallout New Vegas is not actually developed by Bethesda. Fallout 3 and 4 were both developed by Bethesda. Fallout New Vegas was developed by Obsidian, and Obsidian is, at least at the time, I'm not sure about now, but was largely made up of people who worked on the original Fallout games. So, yeah, I don't know. It may Fallout New Vegas may scratch a different kind of itch. I'm not sure. Fallout 3 is legitimately terrible. Worst Fallout game I've played.
I would still say Fallout. Like despite how much I don't like the gameplay of Fallout 3, I would say Fallout 3 is better than 4 because 4, sure, it has a lot of improved gameplay elements and things like that, but it's such a boring game. Like right off the bat, like it's interesting for the first 3 hours maybe, and then you understand what the point of the game is, and it just becomes garbage trash.
Yeah, I've heard very mixed things about Fallout 4.
Oh my god. Man, I tell you what, when you can actually do good in a Ghost of Tsushima, you feel so powerful.
Nice. I have not played it, but I have heard that a lot of people really.
You're fucking kidding me. Okay.
I've heard a lot of people really like it. I personally haven't played it myself, but I might give it a shot.
Well,
at some
I'm
point.
going to do I'm gonna do an entire playthrough of it on stream. So.
I mean, I personally, if it's a, it seems like the kind of game that I'd kind of want to play by myself.
Yeah. Oh no, it's definitely a single player game for sure. And if you're interested in like giving it like an honest playthrough and stuff like that, I would advise not watching me play it if you care about spoilers, because obviously I'm going to be playing the whole game. I'm probably also going to be doing the side quest because, and this is one thing I will say about Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is one of the few games I've ever 100%ed because I enjoy playing the the story, because I enjoy the story and stuff like that.
Man, I wish I could do that in Celeste.
The side quests are interesting. Interesting. They're not interesting. They're interesting. Like every side quest in some capacity piques my interest, and sure, a lot of them might have like similar goals or similar objectives, but they have drastically different like story reasons behind those objectives, and it's just really interesting, really fun. And like there's 3 areas of the game. Each area is so drastically different. The enemies you encounter are very different. The objectives that you have in these areas are very different, and the environment also changes drastically amongst them. And it's so interesting, and like because like the story is set up in like 3 or 4 arcs, and you move to different areas for each arc, and so it's like the setting changes with the story, with the characters, with the motivations, and it's so great. It's so great. Sorry, I could fucking fangirl about this game literally every day of my life. I love it.
That's understandable.
Yeah. No, but I 100%ed quite a few games, but this is the first one I did it unintentional. Like I was not looking to 100% this to 100% this game.
It just sort of happened.
I was playing the game. Yeah, I was playing the game, and then I looked at the achievements one day, and I was like, oh my god, I'm at 96% achievements. I'll just get the last few done real quick. And I went and did that. And some of them are like very specific and weird that you would never do accidentally, or if you did, you're like purely lucky. But that was like that was literally just those last few that I needed to do that were like that. Oh, that's rough. That's so rough that you barely touched that.
I got excited.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely an achievement hunter, but this game I achievement hunted on accident. So yeah. Highly recommend. Also, if you like Japanese culture, which I very much do, this is a great representation of that. Although it's almost like kind of... It's almost a little bit of a parody of it though, because like, obviously like samurai care about like honor and things like that, and like that's a huge focus of the game, but it's almost too much of a focus of the game. Like, they kind of take honor to a bit of an extreme, and that's like a huge moral of the story, is like, sometimes you have to set your honor aside in order to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And I really admired that, but they definitely kind of make the samurai in the game almost too stereotypical. But it serves a story purpose, so I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
Ooh, another game that does difficulty well, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight does difficulty so well, because inherent in its design is, if you want to play this game, you will need to play by the rules, or break them so much that it becomes trivial. And the path of least resistance is honestly getting good at the video game. And I really appreciate that about Hollow Knight. It is a challenge. It is a game specifically designed to give you a challenge. And I like that. Is Ghost of Tsushima the game where the guy got hit?
You're gonna have to send the clip you're talking about, because I have no idea. And if that is the game, I want to see this clip more than anything in my life.
Ba, 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 ba. All right. Hollow Knight self-death discouraged me after a while. Yeah. Here's the thing. I played Hollow Knight in a way... I think that's Sekiro. Oh, maybe it might be Sekiro. I mean, they're both Japanese, or actually, fucking, what's it called?
Hey, has anybody here played Sekiro? I've been wanting to try it, but I heard that it's like a shittier version of Dark Souls, so I'm not sure.
It's definitely
I like Dark Souls. Okay, it's definitely more of Luna's game than
yeah,
mine.
fair enough. All right, are we ready to play Far From Noise? Let's see. Far From Noise. There we go. Okay. Far From Noise.
Oh, so fucking smooth.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh, there's the videos. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Putrid Tortilla, if you're watching, you're absolutely allowed to hop in. Hold on.
Wait, a video. Let me pull up Discord. Discord? More like Datcord.
Got him. Yo. All right. Here we go. All right.
That is Ghost of Tsushima. Let me see this. I'm so excited.
So this is Far From Noise, and I am excited to get started.
I haven't heard of this game.
Well, Hello?
So sorry.
Hello? Is anyone there? You're probably wondering how I got here, yeah? Right, just breathe. Deep breaths. In. Out. No sudden movements. Things could be worse. It's just a cliff. It's probably not that steep anyway. Just a gentle incline. Nice and smooth. It'll be just like the log flume. I don't know what that means. People queue for these kinds of thrills. Almost at the front. Next stop, fun.
Next stop, depression.
Let's go.
Actually, that was the last stop.
This is bad, isn't it? Like, actually bad. Terrible, even. I'm gonna die before I even moved out. Before I opened the dog cafe! Oh shit, what do we call it? I'm sorry I never made you Waffle House. You will live on in spirit, coffee pup. The world wasn't ready, Beagle Bagels. Beagle Bagels is it.
Why not just go to the back of the car to weigh it down? I'm confused.
Well, mourning over lost life isn't helping anything. Might as well enjoy my last moments.
This is giving me so much anxiety watching, even though it's just a little cartoon thing.
It's just me and you. Oh shit, do we name the car or do we not name the car?
Name the car, of course. What do you mean?
You're
I
gonna
don't
get
like-
attached. It's all you got.
I don't like
gotta name the car.
I don't like naming inanimate objects.
Let's let chat vote.
Chat, should we? Should we name the car? We should. Hey, hold on! Alright, we'll name the car. Lara, Carlos, or Mala?
Carlos.
I kind of like Carlos. Carlos. Just me and you. Carlos. To the bitter end, Carlos, you rusty death machine. Or the salty end. Or the salty end.
Sure.
I love how everybody just was like, Carlos, 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 Carlos.
Yeah, immediately. It's the best name. It has car in it.
Yeah, true!
I was gonna say like Cara or Carla, something like that.
It's not that bad. Whoa, squirrel. Every day I'll wake up, crack my back, just like I did. Look at the sunrise. Think about
in your sleep and the car falls off.
think about life. I'll just live with plants and animals. And you, Carlos. Oh boy. Don't fall! I'll become a master, or I'll become a musician. The greatest musician no one ever heard.
Such a sad line. Holy shit.
I can carve the gear stick into a flute and join in with the birds. I'll be their featherless nest baby. Huh. And then I'll die. Dead and buried at the bottom of the sea. With nothing but a failed life in the wet car to leave behind. Great. Alright, girl. It's time to take action! I'm sorry, I knocked the camera. Ocean? I gotta take a rain check on our rendezvous. Rendezvous. Try radio.
When DVUs.
Change station. Oh man, I thought we were gonna have some music. No, I was like, ooh, okay. Try ignition.
We need a mariachi station.
That's true.
We do. Absolutely.
Oh shit. Oh no! Damn it. I thought you were done breaking down, Carlos. Can't afford to wait all night this time. We are going Big Lake, true. Oh. Oh fuck, what's happening? Yeah, we're dumping you in the ocean. Great! I was just thinking we needed a windstorm. Take pity on me, nature.
Did you say wing?
Windstorm. This isn't pity, this is worse! Ah! Oh! No, 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 no. Crap! Oh god! Ah! 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 Crap! Holy God. I'm still here. I'm just stuck here, waiting for the next laugh from nature, aren't I? Like, is that it? An engine failure? A passing breeze? That's it? everything just done? Over. I don't know. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is just how it ends. It's gonna end at some point, right? Just skipping the boring bit. Probably. Whoa, a deer! Alright, keep it cool. It's just a deer. They're friendly, right? They're just like oversized dogs. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'll take that as a no. Unless he's ignoring me. He's biding his time before he hammers me into oblivion. Serves me right for intruding, I guess. God, this is like screenshot material right here. It's incredible. Ah, this is so nice. Just watching the sun go down. What are you looking at, dear? Do you see something? Or are you just being wistful? That's cool with me. What are you doing? No. What do you want? Hey, be careful. Can I help you? Perhaps. Whoa! Did you just talk?
So much anxiety right now.
There are none happiest in this world but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. I think I need to check up from the neck up. Right, so you can hear me? I can. Holy God! This can't be real. Can it not? Well, I don't know, to be honest. It feels pretty real. Who decides what is real and what is not? I guess it's subjective.
I do.
It is a matter of truth. Yeah, that's it. Truth. Okay. I know. Quick. Tell the truth. The ocean stretches unfathomably before us, and in it lies mystery. And truth. Bloody hell. Oh, is it truth? Felt too poetic. It is as true as I know truth to be. Well, alright. I don't think I feel any more relieved about this. Hi, Dina. If you decide this is real,
You know,
it is so.
Morning.
What if my reel's wrong? Does it matter? I don't know. Wait, what was it you said before? There are none happiest in this world but those who enjoy freely a vast horizon. I don't think this qualifies for freedom or happiness. Your soul is free to follow the flow of the ocean's tide. Free? My car is bouncing on a cliff face! And your soul is not attached to it. Feels pretty stuck in there. And pretty soon it's gonna feel stuck in the ocean. Soul, ocean, splash, not free, dead. You seem to still be clutching on to me. Only just. If you are alive, that is enough. That is all. Alive or expired. Well, then I'm in limbo. Is this how you envision limbo? I have hitherto endeavored to avoid the thought, actually. To be honest, kind of yes. I suppose in time, all becomes clear. You are really an unrelenting fountain of encouragement. Thank you. Above all else, we have hope. Hope's gone. Way gone. It will be a far more desperate time when hope is lost. More desperate than this? Yeah? Can I ask you a question? Potentially.
Sure.
Am I hallucinating? That is not for me to say. Or no. Well, are you real? As far as I can tell. Perhaps you are a hallucination of mine. Who can say? You're not helping, buddy boy. How close to the edge am I? Eye-wateringly so. Do I want to know what's at the bottom? Nothing out of the ordinary. Rocks. Water. Waves. I love all of those things. Great. Fantastic, in fact. Try to calm yourself. What do you suggest? First, take a moment. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply. Count backwards from 5. At 0, exhale. Okay. That did help. Wonderful. You can gain clarity and perspective when you slow your thoughts to a glacial pace. Now, what are you going to do? Somehow drive back to safety? Have you tried? Obviously, I could give it another go. I already tried the engine, there's no point. You did? I did. And? The radio lives, kind of. Not the engine. I guess that's nothing to do with the engine. Do you know the source of the problem? Let's just say old faithful Carlos's engine has seen better days. This has happened before. Well, not the cliff-hanging part. You mean the smoke. Carlos's engine is an actual relic. The entire machine appears a relic, in which you are encased. Entombed. Potato Mika? Wait. Hold on. Instead, let us look forward. This moment is brand new, and in it lie answers. But first, we must think. This has happened before, and yet here you are. So there is a solution? Yeah, I know you. I haven't talked to you in a while. How are you doing?
Wait, 2 potatoes?
2 potatoes. Unbelievable, right? So there is a solution. Well, yeah. And it is... waiting. Is that all? For a whole night. A night is a long time to wait when you stare death in the eye. Comforting! It has been ages. Perhaps you should explore other avenues of escape. I've been caught up with college stuff. Same here, honestly. I've also been caught up in some transition. My voice probably sounds a lot different from when we first met, like, what? 3-4 years ago? It's been about that long since we've talked, too.
That's a long...
I'm still in that Discord server, by the way. I haven't left it.
Johnny Secret Server question mark?
Perhaps you should explore other avenues of escape. Like what? Have you considered getting out? Oh, no. A viable option. Steps out? Or step out?
Oh!
No! No! Looks like we're here for the long run. Oh, shit. Yeah, also there's a voice chat in the description. There's a link to the Discord server, and I'm in live stream voice chat if you wanna chat it up. Don't feel like you're obligated to, but if you'd like, you're absolutely. First shout out. This game is called Far From Noise, and the whole thing is that we are dangling on the edge of a cliff, talking to a deer. It's a very mindful game, and I'm here for it. So you're out here all by yourself? All alone? I am solitary in form. No little antlered friends? No. Just you? Just I. Nobody else? Nobody else. Why? Why not? Oh. Do you not get lonely out here by yourself? Is that not a question you should be asking yourself? You too sought solitude in these cliffs. Not forever, though. And for how long? Just as long as it took. Before what? I don't know. I'll tell you later, maybe. And anyway, I totally asked you if I am lonely. Ah, I am no more lonely than a single dandelion standing in a field and a drop of rain falling from a cloud. Then this world. Actually, Mika, if you want to join voice chat, a bead of blue melting in time. I'd actually recommend not now because I am doing like all of the voice acting and I'm reading this out, so not a whole lot of opportunity for conversation. But if you scribble, you'll know when I stream next week on Friday.
Oh, good luck.
All those things sound desperately lonely. The dandelion in the field does not feel lonely, for it is part of the field. But it's all alone. Alone and lonely are quite different. Huh? I seek this solitude like the sun seeks the horizon. My infatuation with the forms of the world compels me to it. Guess I came out here for a piece of that too. Whatever that is. I may have an idea what that is. I'm listening. Yawning. On endless days, I find myself beside the sea, while ocean tides laze across the shore. The waves take hold of my soul, and the world drifts away to a daze. In these quiet moments, is not the sea a part of me and my soul, as I of it? Our souls are as one. I have never been less alone. Also, if the people in voice chat want to hop out and go listen to the music, that's probably a good idea.
I'll take the hint. God damn. Okay. Shit. Oof. My God.
Yeah. Piece of that. Any Monday of the week. But in doses, right? How do you mean? Constantly being alone can't be the answer. Doesn't there need to be some interaction? Interaction? Yeah, you know, connection with people. As much as you can feel as one with sunshine, or with the sunshine, you've got to be able to wallow in the rain with someone, right? If you constantly surround yourself with others, your thoughts will become nothing but theirs. And you will never truly know the voice of your own heart. Constantly, sure. But don't you need to hear the voice of other people's hearts too? The heart will yearn for kindred souls to share in worldly things. At this time, for my heart, the kindred souls are found in the trunks of trees, in the white clouds, in the evening rain. Calm vibes and cookies. But not all souls are tinged with the same hue. Maybe my soul's a little more balance-oriented. Balance is important. I do see what you're saying. Out here you can feel connected to everything. And you feel like you belong in the world. I think that's what I want. I'll try. What did you bring here? Will you tell me now? I guess it is later now. Alright then. So, background check. Yes. I was studying. The study of what? Film. I wanted to direct. And there your heart lies? I thought so. Well, I've just always loved the idea of it. Being an eyeball. A prison. It's so dreamy, capturing that little fragment of time. But like, just how I see it. However obscured or bizarre that is. It's a totally screwed way of showing your perspective of the world. Or skewed way of showing that screwed. The ambition to capture the moment. Yeah. So when I was a youngster, we would make these home videos. Me, my brother, and my dad. We had this weird towel room upstairs in our house. Just where... don't ask why we had a room just for towels. Anyway, right at the back, there was this heating box thing with two beady little red lights on it. They were without question, demon eyes. It used to freak me and my brother out until my dad gave us this giant video camera. And so at night, we would creep up the stairs, videoing our escapade. My dad would pretend we were these muscle-bound demon hunters, and he was our #1 fan. We made these totally amazing films, so over the top and dumb of us just ascending the stairs. Up to the demon lair. When we get to the top, my dad would run in before us, screaming, and the tall demon would claim his life. Me and my brother would be all dramatic and charge in to avenge his death with an onslaught of hand towels. We'd sit around and try to cut together this grandiose movie of our brave attack. It was the greatest. Basically, since then, those memories have stayed with me, and I've loved making videos. And so your heart is bound to capturing the moments of life. I don't know. I thought so. Not anymore. Well, I was studying filmmaking. Prior to now? Yes, prior to now. Until... I checked the heck out. Hello, meaningless loans. What led you to leave? I don't know, I just didn't feel like I could do it. Like, I waited for such a long time. And when it came, it was so overwhelming. It wasn't what I imagined. And I didn't feel like I could do it anymore. Maybe I'm not creative enough. But if you never went, what difference would it make? What else am I gonna do? You'd figure it out. How? Whatever you were meant to do would make itself clear. Fall off this cliff? Perhaps that is it? Why not make this meaningful? I can't just decide to give things meaning. Surely that is all you can do. Then everything is meaningless. It only means nothing if you deem it so. So it meant me dying in a car. It all meant something. But for now, perhaps it means watching the sunset on the edge of a cliff. Why did you come here? To see the waves and hope my life becomes clear. I thought if I looked out, I'd feel like everything matters. And does it? I don't know. It does not always work that way. I find some of the most important realizations come not in the moment, but after. In normality. When your mind wanders back to this place, then perhaps you will find clarity in clouded times. Well, if the engine eventually works, maybe I'll find out. Precisely. Life is not over. I suppose. I don't know, maybe I'll go back to it. If I get the chance. Where were we? Life. Life. Are you ready to bear witness to life's conclusion? Who is to say it concludes? You mean the afterlife? A new beginning, perhaps. It's the beginning of being dead. Which isn't much of a start. It could be. Who's to say? Who indeed? You? Are you like the angel of death or something? What do you think? I don't know what to think anymore. You're baffling, dear. Are you an angel? Of course I am, girl! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Why did you choose this place? Hidden away, lost in space. We used to come out here when I was a kid. I've always loved the cliffs. I could count how many faces I could see in the rocks. Mostly dog faces. Little rock pups. We actually had to stop coming out this far for a while. Because I would get too sad that the puppies I could see were trapped forever. And I never rescue them. I think my dad was worried I was going to jump over after them. He was afraid to be, he was right to be afraid. I just kind of wanted to see if I could still spot them. Memories can house great comforts. Sure can. Have you seen them? I'm not sure I need to anymore. To be honest, circumstances aside, just being here is enough. What is it? The traveler approaches. What? Where? It came from the rocks and the flowers. I don't see anything. Oh, I see it! It's the turtle! I can't tell if it's a moving rock or a turtle. I believe it is a tortoise. Close enough. God, it makes me all shivery just looking at it. Cowering in its shell of deceit. They are hiding something. All of them. It is not a tortoise, but okay. I'm on to you, tortoise! Why do you hate the tortoise? I have my reasons. It means no harm. Look at it. You haven't seen them like I have. They're vicious. Vicious. Vicious! I was traumatized as a child, alright? By a tortoise. Turtle. Different entirely. You know what their mouth is called? A beak! When I was like 9, my brother's friend brought his fun new pet round to our house. A fun little baby turtle. How fun. Imagine my delighted anticipation until I see it. Snarling beak snapping open and closed like garden shears. So they forced me to hold off it. So they forced me to grab hold of its spiny husk. Its long snake neck wriggles out and twists around. And it bites me! There, right on the arm. Just had to go to the hospital. And it was a baby. Imagine what I could do now. Slice my arm clean off. Bye, Ev, I love you. This little one does not look like it knows violence. How can you say that? Look at it! They're masters of illusion. Cuteness is a veil. Frog! Oh, hey, look, frog friend. Yes, it's Frog! A secret meeting. Be careful, Froggo. They're not to be trusted. They are best friends! Oh my god! It's like a turtle taxi! Oh, it's so good. Oh god, I love that so much. Do you think they're dating? Stranger things have happened. Okay, maybe turtles aren't so bad. That was cute. Oh, goodbye. I'll see how I feel next time. When did it become night? It approached without a whisper. I didn't even notice. Oh man, look at the stars. I don't remember the last time I saw this many. You never see the stars? Where I live, you're lucky if you see the moon. That must be isolating. They mean something when I do see them, at least. In days of absence, I will long for a night sky. Don't you ever find it a bit overwhelming? Overwhelming? Just looking up all the everythings. Billions of light beams glaring straight into my soul. Ah, but the stars are here with us, you see. They share the night with us. But why bother? I mean, why should it mean anything? They're just too far away to matter. Distance is nothing. They're as much with us as I am with you. Think. Does anything offer this same tranquility? Nothing lulls the soul, lost in reverie as the stars. Shards of glitter and glass suspended over us. Yeah, they're beautiful, just isolating. Try this. Focus your gaze on a single star. You do this too, chat. Okay, got one. Consider the journey that lone flicker of light has roamed. A strand of silver weaves its way across the galaxy, streaming through celestial clouds, across the backs of shimmering worlds. A lone light finally finds itself here. Now multiply that by 1,000,000,000. There's my problem. I just can't fathom things too infinite. It's painful. The beauty of the night is its ability to levitate you, weightless one moment, and swallow you the next. Oddly enough, it's actually nice being out here. Quite the night. Sure is. Wait, where's the moon at? Behind you. Just out of sight. Ain't that just the way? On countless evenings past, I have found myself here, gazing up at the moon, lost, weightless, suspended in time. All the while, the stag in the moon gazes back. The stag in the moon? The stag in the moon. You do not know it? I think you mean the man in the moon. The man in the moon. I suppose we all see a reflection of ourselves in the face of the moon. But it's the Sandman! Maybe you're right. Perhaps. Perhaps. We used to come out here and make up constellations when we were younger. Constellations? Yeah, you know, stories in the stars. Stories in the stars. Say what? Okay, so there's a ton of real constellations. Oh, that's so nice. They carry their harpoon? Yes. Dreamed up by a bunch of skeletons. But they're boring. I see. They're stories told in pictures dotted in the stars. Ah, tales of adventures and philosophers mapped out in the sky. Exactly! Let's see if I can remember any of ours. Obviously, there's Avery, the Queen of Steel. Harp Moons. Quite the title. My personal favorites. She was bigger than a boulder, with a gaze of pure steel. We can see her in the top left. With her steely vision, she could transform anything she wished into pure, glistening steel. Impressive. Yep. However, all was not well. It was not. Despite how tirelessly the people worshipped her for her beauty, she just wanted to be left alone. Why? Why? They just didn't vibe with her. I can understand that. So in an effort to hide away from her raging fandom, she turned an entire forest to steel and took refuge within. Also a leopard. Called Rama. After many blissful months of peace, despite the steeliness of her forest fortress, Her followers found her and began throwing themselves once more at her steel-clad feet. Praise the Steel Queen, they would chant. One night, when the stars were glistening brightly across Rama's back, the Steel Queen decided to end the parade. She commanded the brightest stars in the sky to turn into steel, forming a perfect image of herself in the heavens. Seeing how much larger this new Steel Queen was, the relentless followers turned their chants to the sky. The end. I shall never look at those stars the same way. Tell me, what others do you know? Well, there's the worm. The worm? Yeah, oh, there's the worm. Immortalized in the stars because it was the, the first worm. The first worm. Yeah, first worm. The foundation worm. From where did this first worm descend? Or ascend? The worm descended from the very stars we see now. An astral worm, exactly. And so it traveled across the globe, swinging its worm, or singing its worm lullaby into the soil, and planting new worms in every continent. What became of the first worm? No one knows! Some say when the moon is waning as thin as a worm, if you press your ears to the soil, you can hear the lullaby of the first worm, softly humming through the ground. At the next worm moon I shall listen, as shall I. What other legends linger in the stars? Good question. I'm out of ideas. I see something. What is it? Enid. Enid? Enid. Just Enid? Should it be Enid the something? Doesn't have to be. Just Enid then. Cool. Who was she? A great philosopher. Okay, I'm on board. She was an expert in silence. Like a mime? She never spoke a single word. A committed mime then. It was by choice. Her eternal silence. But she could talk? She could. How could anyone tell? It was obvious. In place of words, she chose thought. She considered concepts so grand. She fathomed abstractions so unfathomable. Ideas so spectacular and utterly groundbreaking. That one day, she literally broke the ground and was swallowed by the resulting crevasse. Okay, that was good. It is customary to stay silent when observing the Enid formation, out of respect and admiration. My bad. Sorry, Enid. Is it true your antlers fall off every year? Who's this boy? Ah! What is it? That thing! It is harmless. Are you kidding me? Do you know what that is? Yes. Badger! That much I can see. They're vicious beasts! This little one does not look so vicious. Oh, if only you knew. What's this on the left? What's this on the left? What's this on the left? Watch your ankles. It looks more cuddly than anything. Cuddly? If you cuddle that, you lose an antler. Have you tried? Have you? Well then. Right. Let me tell you a story. Alright. So when I was a kid, I had this fluffy toy penguin called Ernest. Ernest. After Hemingway. I had a Hemingway face. Anyway, me and Ernest were like best buds. We went everywhere together. So this one night, I'm losing my mind because I can't find him. My mom tells me we'll find him in the morning. I'm a wreck. On the next day, we're in the garden, and I see a wisp of white blow by. Delicately dancing in the wind. It was pleasant. Dreamy, almost. It isn't long before I locate the source. In the bushes at the bottom of the garden. There lies sweet Ernest Hemingway. Disemboweled! It was awful. So my dad goes looking for evidence, trying to avenge my woe. There, behind the hedges, he unveils this demonic, frothing badger. Nestled in Hemingway's remains. Nestled! I learned a lot that day. About letting go. About the bloodthirsty badgers. They're demons! You ought not let the actions of one affect your opinion of the whole. Maybe you're right. That one was pretty harrowing, though. Yeah, I know I'm over time, but I don't care. I want to keep going. This one is not. What's it doing? Very little. Wandering. Wondering. Plotting. There's little in the way of plotting to note. It's all internal. Trust me. What are you doing there, Badger? What's up? Here it comes. Shh, don't remind her. To disembowel you, I should think. Don't say that! Goodbye, friend. It was a pleasure. Goodbye. Your adversary has departed. Good! I don't know anymore, dear. Do you? Do I what? Do you know? Do I know what? I don't know. Then neither do I. I don't know what to feel anymore. A piano could drop on me right now and I wouldn't feel it. I just don't care anymore. I'm sick of clinging on pointlessly. Why should I still care? Ow. Oh, that feels good. What is it? Wait. Oh god, I totally forgot about this place. I can't believe I forgot. It used to rain here every single time when we were kids. It's like notorious. Alright, everything I said about things being bad, they were fine. Now they're bad. Beauty was just getting started. What? What is more beautiful than this? Literally anything else! But is anything more mesmerizing than the transformation brought by the rain? Puppies! Anything! Life would be nothing without beauty. Well, we're not gonna be alive to see it. You worry about death while life ignites around you. This is the fire of beauty that rages from the earth. Serenity lay in wait to be ripped apart with the wildest form. Torrents of exhilaration pour from the sky. Quakes shake the ocean, cry out. Blistering crescendo in every form of life. All are thrust from rest to revel in violent beauty. Nothing sleeps while nature takes its fiercest flights. I feel like I should be terrified. But I'm not. I don't know what to feel. I don't know what I feel. Guys, the rain stopped. Oh, is the sun starting to come up? Have you ever seen anything like that? Well, I have seen storms. They were never two quite the same. I've never been anywhere near a storm like that. We're still here. Christ, now the sun's coming up. Thus lifts the veil of night. Can't believe we've been here the entire night. How can that many things happen? Honestly, I don't even feel like the same person. Came out here so worried about what I'm supposed to do. But it all seems so inconsequential now. It's also pointless. Which is actually a relief. The waves will keep on crashing after I am gone. Into this car. That tree will still be clinging on. Even if I never came back. If I never came here in the first place. That consistency is so grounding. Like, doesn't matter what I do in the future. Doesn't really make a difference. Yes, the ocean is beautiful. Maybe I'll be buried in it tomorrow. But it's pretty okay now. It's nice to just have that right now. I know this cliff will still be here, even if I left. Just being here. Away from everything else. Even remembering that it's here. It's like soaking up a sponge with the horizon and the clouds and everything. And then just taking it away. Leaving. Knowing that it all carries on. Hey, where are you going? Goodbye, Stag. It's just us, Carlos. Want to give it another shot? made it. We got out of there. No. We drove away. We made it. That was really good. That was so good. Pretty fine game from IC. Yeah, all of you are fucking lucky. I was doing all the reading for you guys. I did all the hard work. But that was a very pleasant game. Very pleasant experience.
Oh wait, I'm still here. That fucked me up.
Yeah, you've been here the whole time.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
How you doing?
We drove away. Good for them.
Yeah.
Well, you know, hey, I would have been. They told us to leave.
Fuck. Oh jeez.
That hit different.
Imagine that in VR.
No. No. I don't want to. That hit different.
Imagine that in VR.
Oh god, Echo. No.
Oh.
No. I don't want to. Mika!
Hi.
Kinu! Oh god,
What's
Echo.
poppin'?
No. You gotta mute the stream.
Hi.
Kinu!
Hi.
Hi, Kinu. How you doing?
Good. That game, to be honest, I could not have a whole conversation for hours with the deer. I would have been crying and throwing up. So.
I feel like if I would probably give up at that point, but if it was like I'm talking to a deer, I'm gonna die soon. I might as well talk to the deer, you know?
Mm.
But no, absolutely. Fuck.
Yeah, we really did drive away because there was the sound of a car driving away after we left. So I think it implies that we made it through.
I hope so.
What was everyone's favorite
Well-
part? My favorite part was the constellations bit. I loved that. That was so good.
Oh my, the consolation bit was great.
I liked
Like-
the part. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was gonna say I like the part where they were talking about like the consistency being really beautiful and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Those ominous red clouds.
Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Were
Yeah.
they red?
They were red on my end.
Okay.
Yeah, making up constellations fucking rules. That was really cool.
I like the worm.
The worm was awesome. Okay, I'm not kidding. I really liked the Queen of Steel story. That was fucking rad.
It was super dope.
If I'm ever out stargazing, then that'll be something that I'll have to do with somebody. Find a constellation and
Make up a story about it.
give it a story. Man, I don't want to end the stream. I don't wanna.
You have to.
Yeah, I got school tomorrow.
Oh, crap.
Loser.
And like my hair looks amazing right now, okay? I don't
It
want to
does.
give that up. Yeah, definitely heard them drive away. Ugh. That was such a good game. I'm glad that we played that.
Man.
Who joined?
Oh.
Yo, what's
Very good
poppin'?
game.
My work is done. Looks like
Let's go.
exactly the right time.
Did you enjoy Far From Noise, or were you here for it?
Yeah, I was here for it. Mainly just listening to it.
Did I do a good job of speaking
Yeah.
for the characters?
You did.
Very good job.
Also need to give you roles, Kino.
Bro, I want to be a
Oh
voice
dang, I
actor
get
instead.
roles.
Keanu, what's your pronouns? What is his pronouns?
She, her.
Nice. You have been
Wait,
she
who's
heard.
who to what now?
Get she heard.
Get she heard, bitch.
Imagine being she, her. Totally isn't me. Actually, it's not me.
Put the pronouns in the bag.
Every
Put
time
them in.
Whenever I hear that, I always imagine it with like a really stereotypical New York accent.
Put the pronouns in the bag.
They put the fucking pronouns in the bag.
Put them in the bag.
Was that
This
John
is
F.
a
Kennedy?
this is a robbery. What?
The fucking pronouns in the bag.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Put them in the fucking
Allie?
bag.
Was that John F. Kennedy?
Put the
Put 'em in the
pronouns.
bag.
Put the pronouns in the bag.
Oh, Ira, wanted to ask you what your
Why do you get
pronouns
to-
were.
I wanted to ask you what your pronouns were. You gotta make sure of this stuff, you know.
When trying to sound like JFK, you sounded less like JFK.
I have a friend who can do a really good JFK. He does a very, very good JFK, and I really respect him for it. Nothing ever bad happens to nothing ever bad happens to the Kennedys.
That was the whole game.
Oh.
That was the whole game we just played. That entire clip.
What do you mean we played?
Yeah, we all played it. We all hung out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all played it.
It was just me clicking some dialogue choices. So
Chet
not a
helped
whole
name
lot
the
of-
car.
Yeah, you guys helped name the car. Although we all unanimously decided that Carlos was the best
Yeah, it
name for the
was
car. It just
Mm.
looked like a
Carlos.
Carlos. It just looked like a Carlos.
Plus the pun of this,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
car.
That is unintentional, and I did not think about that until after I clicked it, but still.
Hmm.
That deer actually helped me get through the level I was stuck on. in
Hell
Ghost of
yeah.
Tsushima. I was really struggling, and I was like really angry and like couldn't get past this part. And then deer was like giving some sage advice, and I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah!
Yeah, awesome.
Nice.
And I just did it because I'm a god.
That
Okay.
deer has been through therapy.
That deer has been through therapy and then became a therapist.
Then became a therapist, indeed. All right, well, it is regrettably 11 p.m. and I have school tomorrow.
Oh,
That deer
hang on.
philosophy
I'm
is
getting a call. I might have to go now. Goodbye.
Well,
Bye.
that's one way to give us a proper send off. All right, thank you all so much for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out for Far From Noise. That was a very, very excellent game. For some reason, we had really high. We had higher than average viewership for that. I'm not exactly sure why, but I'm here for it.
Because
If,
you're amazing.
thank
That's
you.
fine.
Well, I would like to say,
And them shoulders.
if all of you would be so kind as to hit the like button on the live stream, maybe subscribe if you have not done so already. That would be very cool. What
I'm technically subscribed to you twice.
That's one way to do it. Okay. Is there anything else? If you're interested, I have a Patreon now. It's $2 per. Or the only level I have is $2 per typography upload. So it's not like it's a lot. But if you'd be so kind as to maybe check that out, maybe.
Speaking of, I can't get my my account to like relink to it. Like it's already linked to it, but it's not giving me the role and stuff back for some reason.
I can give it to you. Probably. There you go. You are green again. All right. Have a great rest of your night, everybody.
Good night.
And we'll be back
I think I might
next.
stream now.
We'll be back next Friday, with more live stream. We need a game to play. If you have an idea for a video game that we can play next Friday, let me know. I'm thinking Firewatch or maybe Pyre. I'm not sure.
Oh, Pyre's
Someone got
really
excited
good.
over Pyre, so-
Pyre's really good.
Might have to give Pyre a shot then. All right, because I have Pyre on this same bundle that this is on. So yeah, well, we might give it a shot. So, ow, I just hit my hand on the table. All right, have a good evening, everyone.